Hi everybody, and welcome to Low Tide and High Proof, where the sun's hot, the drinks are cold, and we always tell time by the tide. Well, the first week of college football is in the books, and as usual, I have some thoughts to share on that, so let's jump right in. Let's talk SEC Tigers. Everybody knows about LSU's great win over Clemson this weekend. But hey, how about the Auburn Tigers? Going into Baylor and coming away with a 38-24 win is a really good start to the season, especially after 4 straight years of sub 500 ball. So congratulations to the Auburn Tigers. And hey, Mizzou fans, I see you. I hear you. Yes, 61 points against any type of competition is a great start to the season. So congratulations to all of the SEC Tigers. Let's talk young quarterbacks. So the big story this weekend, of course, was Arch Manning's debut as the main man in Austin, but there's also a great story developing in the ACC out at Cal. Jaron Sagapulatelli, I hope I pronounced that right, is a true freshman who had a great debut. 20 of 30 passing for 234 yards, 3 TDs, no picks, and that's just a great stat line for a true freshman. So I think this kid's one to watch. Now let's check in with my Louisville Cardinals. So, Jeff Brom starting his 3rd year at the helm and had a very convincing win over FCS opponent Eastern Kentucky University. It was a great start for Louisville. They built an insurmountable lead in the first half and were able to rest their starters throughout the second half. Big question really in this one is that Miller Moss did get picked off twice, so need to clean that up a little bit and move forward. But with Louisville, we're really not going to know what we have until they visit Pitt at the end of the month. Let's travel down the road a bit and talk about Melissa's favorites, the Kentucky Wildcats down in Lexington. Got off with a opening win against a MAC conference opponent in Toledo. Now, this is kind of a mixed bag to me. They never really put them away, and they kind of let them hang around too long. But hey, the MAC also has a pretty storied history of coming in, especially early in the season, and knocking off some Power 4 conference teams. So thumbs up to Kentucky for not becoming the next MAC victim. Florida State University and the University of Miami. So Miami, they looked fabulous in getting a big-time signature win over Notre Dame on Saturday night. They withstood a pretty furious Notre Dame comeback, so it was a very satisfying win for them. And up in Tallahassee, it's been a tough few years, but Florida State looked really good and pretty much controlled the whole game against Bama. So it's looking like things are looking up there for Coach Norvell and the Seminoles. And I'll tell you what, I'm really looking forward to when Miami visits the Doak on October 4th. The Belichick debut. Well, to put it simply, he got thumped. They were dominated in every way, shape, and form at home on Monday night. Now, that said, it's not quite time to push the panic button in Chapel Hill yet. I'm going to take you back to 1985 at Louisville when Howard Schnellenberger came to town, and they posted a 2-10 record. But by the 1990 season, they had grown into a 10-1-1 team and actually had a very dominating win over Alabama in the Fiesta Bowl. So not time to push the panic button yet. And remember, growth happens a lot faster in today's transfer portal world than it did back in the late 80s and early 90s. So chin up, North Carolina fans. I think things will get better for you. I also like Tennessee's win over a stubborn and probably much better than they were expected to be Syracuse team. After effectively being traded from UCLA to Tennessee via the transfer portal, Joey Aguilar was 16 of 28 for 247 and three TDs. He looked poised, he looked prepared, and he looked comfortable in the new system. So great start for the Vols. Okay, let's talk Big Ten. So everybody knows about Ohio State and Penn State, and this weekend they both played very, very well and looked like the real deal. Indiana, Michigan, and Oregon all took care of business and looked solid in games they were expected to win. But my thing about this is don't sleep on Purdue. Purdue pitched a shutout against Ball State and covered very, very easily. Now, I don't think Purdue's going to win the conference by any stretch of the imagination, but I think there could be some real super dog opportunities here for those who enjoy a good wager. So don't go to sleep on the Boilermakers. Some other notable upsets. First, defending AAC champ Army squandered a 14-point lead in a stunning double overtime upset to Tarleton State. And South Florida used stifling defense and a perfectly executed fake punt to knock off number 25 Boise State in Tampa. So congratulations to Tarleton State and congratulations to USF. Well done. Well, I just can't end this week without saying a word about Coach Lee Corso. Every fan of ESPN's Game Day show knows that Saturday was Coach's farewell appearance. College football's been a passion of mine for 50 plus years, and in fact, one of my earliest memories of college football is when a 35-year-old Coach Lee Corso led Louisville to the Pasadena Bowl in 1970 for only the second bowl appearance in the school's history. Coach Corso's impact on the sport pertaining to his game day tenure has been well documented and everybody knows about it, but you know what I think is lost over time is that Lee Corso probably saved football at the University of Louisville. So for that I say thank you, Coach. It's been a great ride. Godspeed. So those are my thoughts on week 1 of college football. What are your thoughts? What I miss? What did I get wrong? Please drop me some comments below. And as always, thank you for taking a few minutes to ride the tide with us. Please help us out by liking, sharing, and hitting that subscribe button. And we will see you at the next low tide.